Yeah, I swear they just don't get it. Ever since 2012, this dude has just been killing it. Went 27-2, man, that is so wild. Went to Oakland once and threw for 7 touchdowns. Like, wow. Now we on some other end. Trying to go back to back like Drake up in this. Everybody doubting us and tell us what is new. All we do is shut it down. Vikings was good. Go Birds, go Birds, go Birds, go Birds. Say we can't do it again. That shit is absurd. Fun thing about it, the Bears start the same thing. They hit the dub between once, and we own the big things. Big rings, 2 times just believe. Nothing but the repeat. What you gonna do when we shot the world again? Claim you want that smoke, make excuses when we win. I pray that y'all see the light, cause the boy that bright. When Niners on the field, you know what's up on side.
What's up, man? What's up, Picclo?
Man, life is good. How are you, sir?
Oh man, that intro still gets. I probably got goosebumps, man. It still got chill. I man, probably the greatest year other than what happened to you. But man, that's I still feel that. I mean, I can't wait till we on another roller coaster, and that was probably like the craziest roller coaster ride I ever been on as far as the Eagle season.
It would be crazy. You know, it would be crazy, Birdman.
So
if we got another one. Just think about that. Like soon though. Like within the next 3 years.
Hey man, if everything falls together and Hurts is the man, and Devontae and Sanders,
Rager,
and all if they all can do what we expect them to do, you know, that might be a realistic idea, and I can't wait. And man, it's gonna be fun, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. This all reminds me of when we had that sorry year and we end up drafting Wentz, right?
Right.
The first year with Wentz, we went 7-9, I believe. We went 7-9.
Right.
The following year, we won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So I feel like this is not a rebuilding. I feel like this is reloading. You still have the players from that Super Bowl that can teach these young dudes how to make it happen. You know what I mean? And man, I'm excited.
And shout out to everybody who's tuned in and watching. Please hit that notification bell, and so you can get notified every time I got another special guest coming on. And you can stay tuned. Don't forget to go on my channel to enter for the Reggie White Funko Pop. Tomorrow I will announce the winner of that. So don't forget to just be a subscriber, leave a comment, like, roll with it. And I'm excited to have Picclo here today. We haven't talked in quite a minute, and we haven't probably kicked it in a minute, but hopefully soon. Soon,
absolutely.
We will get there. But I mean, I'm glad to just be talking to you like this, and I want the fans to know about the man, the myth, the legend.
The legend, huh?
Oh yeah, man. You with the 4th and John. Shout out to 4th and John.
Shout out to my guys.
Still working hard. Shout out to Gail, Prime, King, everybody.
Hollywood Hearn.
That's right. Yeah. You guys putting in that work, motivating me to put in that work, just like Gary here.
Absolutely.
So, okay, let's get into before we get into some Eagles talk here. Let's see. So, just go ahead and introduce yourself, and then situate. Are you married, single, family man? Go ahead and
I can give you all that. So, my name is Picclo. I'm an artist / producer from South Central Los Angeles, California. I'm not gonna put my age out there. I'm getting old. I'll put it like that. No, I'm a 32-year-old.
Take the beard out, huh?
Yeah, slightly, man. It's a little bit grays coming in. But 32-year-old, born and raised in Los Angeles. Big time Eagles fan. Been an Eagles fan since 2000. Literally, just quick sidebar story. My mom was dating this guy from Oakland at the time. He was trying his hardest to make me a Raiders fan, but it just wasn't a fit. I mean, I looked at him, and this is when the Raiders were good. When they had Rich Gannon, Tim Brown, like that, Tyrone Wheatley, they had the whole squad, but Charles Woodson, but it just didn't resonate with me. And then randomly, I think Thanksgiving or Christmas, I went over to my uncle's house, and the Rams, aka the greatest show on turf, arguably the best team at the time, is playing this green team from Philadelphia. And they had this dude that was running around, throwing passes, breaking tackles. I'm like, who is this guy? Donovan McNabb. I'm like, okay, I like this dude. So the more that I noticed the green team, the Eagles, started playing on Fox 11. And I'm like, okay. They were always like around in the playoffs and things like that. So then I bought Madden the following year, right? Like when the new season came out. And this is how I learned about Brian Dawkins, Brian Westbrook, Todd Pinkstons of the world, Freddie Mitchell, 4th and 26. And I just started to follow them. And McNabb is like the total reason. This is why to this day, to me, my personal opinion, McNabb is the greatest Eagles quarterback in the history of the team. Some people disagree. Some people pick other people. Some people pick Foles because he got us there. Some people think it's Wynn. Some people think it's Cunningham. But that's the dude that got me to be an Eagles fan. When he got traded, I had to make a decision. I said, either you're going to go with him to the Redskins or you're going to stick with the Eagles. I was like, nah, I'm going to stick with the Eagles. I'm going to stick with the Birds. So that's how I became an Eagles fan. At the moment, I'm in a beautiful relationship with my girlfriend, Julian. She is everything. She's such an amazing partner. She's not an Eagles fan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? But look, at least she's not a Cowboys fan.
All right,
she's
let's
not a
hear
Cowboys fan. She's not a Giants fan, and she's not a Redskins fan. She is a Los Angeles Rams fan, and that's mainly because she didn't have a football team before, but LA got a team, so that's how she's rolling.
All right, know what? I got a homie that's a Rams fan, so you know what? I'll allow it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, I told her, I said, listen, if we have kids, we're raising them like this. Just letting you know, period. So she's an amazing partner. I mean, that's the only bad thing I can say is that she's not an Eagles fan.
Right.
But I love her. She's amazing. Can't wait to marry her. Things like
that. Well, maybe, she's obviously pretty smart because she chose an Eagles fan. So
see,
I'll give her that.
I'm just saying. So yeah. Outside of that, work just like any normal person would. I'm currently working on a brand new album called Reservations. So you can see the hashtag at the bottom.
Right.
This is my third install of this food title type thing. First album that I put out was Bacon, Eggs, and Grits. The one we put out in 2019 is called The Cookout, and then Reservations is like the dinner part.
Right.
So this was like the closing trilogy of
that.
Yeah. So if all goes well, we're looking at summer 2021 to drop the album. We just got to make sure everything just makes sense and everything lined up. And
so let the audience know where they can hear you at.
You guys can find any of my music on all platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal.
Sure.
There's other sources such as YouTube where I'll post random videos as far as like a vlog or any beats or anything like that. I produce too, so if any artist out there is looking for beats for their project or they show or anything like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's what we mean. You give me up for soon, so
absolutely
that's how it works. He's gonna be hooked up.
Just know for y'all that's listening. I do have a family to take care of, which is me and my girlfriend, and we got nieces and nephews and mothers and stuff like that. So we just want to make sure that everything is everything. I think we'll just leave it there. So
that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yes,
all right. Some questions that I like to ask my fans, or my guest, I should say, well, fans and guests, is something crazy that happened at a sports event. What happened to you? Something the wildest thing you've seen, or it could just be you being at an event and it was just so wild to you.
Oh, okay. So, interesting story. Me and my two best friends, Bruce and Leonard, we went to Vegas for UFC. It was the UFC where Conor McGregor fought
Mayweather?
No. He
It's
it was the UFC
UFC.
fight. Who did he fight?
Diaz?
It wasn't Diaz. It's the one before Diaz.
Cowboy? No.
Not Cerrone. Not Nazadov. He just retired.
Okay.
He was a champ at the time. Anyway, it was a big thing. It was a big deal, right?
Okay.
So I went to we was trying to figure out where can we watch the fight? Where can we watch the fight? Tickets were like $1,000 to get in. It was pointless. It was like, we're not getting in. So let's go find a bar or something to watch. So we find this strip club, right? We find this strip club and
elaborate.
Oh, I'm finna tell you the story, right? So we found this strip club. The strip club said, okay, listen, it's $50 to get in.
All right.
We have a buffet line, like with food, buffalo wings, like typical food, fries, hamburgers, like they got the typical happy hour stuff, right?
Okay.
Alcohol was probably like $3-4 a drink, so things like that. I think most money that they got was at the door,
Okay.
And this is pre-pandemic, obviously, so there's no mask. Everyone is chilling. So we get there. The strip club had limo drivers come pick us up from the hotel. So they pick us up from the MGM and we smash over to this strip club. We walk in and there are no strippers. Right. Like, okay, there's no strippers.
All right.
A little bit different than what I thought, but okay. So we're watching the fight. And there's two girls that are just like in their bag. They shit faced, they doing their thing. Let's just say we saw some strippers that night. I mean, they got on the pole. They were taking their clothes off. I thought it was amateur night. And I'm just like, is this really happening right now? And it went from that to one of the girls was trying to dance on me. And I was in a relationship at the time. But I just swung it to the homie like, hey, he the single one, so you could just do that.
Right.
But that was interesting. That was probably the craziest thing I've seen. I mean, at other sporting events, you'll see a random fight here and there. So that's.
Did you get to see the fight?
Yes, I did.
All right, that was the main thing.
Yeah. I did get to see the fight, man, but I had to push her off from me, man.
Oh man, you're like, get out of the way, get out. I'm
trying to see the fight. Yeah, so. Dog,
yeah, well, hey, man, that is what happens in Vegas, right?
Stays in Vegas. I never told that story, but the homie's probably gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, this dude snitching."
You heard it.
It was Bruce though. I'm gonna say it. It was Bruce. Bruce got to dance with the girl.
Let Bruce was chilling. You said let Bruce get it.
Yeah, let Bruce get it. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. Does pineapple go on pizza?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, it does.
My last guest.
Oh my God.
No, big shout out to Big Mike if you listen, man. He was a no on that.
Man, you know how? Okay, first of all, pineapple is the top 5 fruit.
True.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And it has that certain twang to it that just gives it a.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Especially with Canadian bacon, man.
That's out of here. It's out of here. But when people say they don't like it, I'll be like, oh my God, grow up. Grow up.
All right. So this one's actually kind of cool because you have a little bit more. I actually saw you with a little bit of experience with this. So
okay.
As far as you know, give me what's your favorite Philly cheesesteak that you tasted that you like?
In Philly or just period?
You could go period. being the
Can I give you three? Can I give you three?
one.
So I still can't pick yet.
Okay.
I can't pick. Okay. The Whale in Venice Beach.
Oh, that's where yep.
The Whale in Venice Beach has a phenomenal cheesesteak. And it's mainly because like all of these places I'm gonna name, they have a connection to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
The head chef at the Whale is from Philadelphia. So
Yeah, and shout out to him. He's also
Chef
uh,
Nick, that's his name, Chef Nick.
on Barn Rescue, right? Barn Rescue
Yeah.
show. A big shout out to him. You weren't there when it was E-Rock and Gail and
Yeah,
Dale.
that's where we met. That's the first place we met at.
Okay, okay. I'm just trying to remember the group. I don't know what, for some reason I don't remember you there.
Okay, so look, I can tell you, it was me because I came a little late. It was me.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
You, E, Gail, and then Darius was there.
Right.
What's her name? Jessica.
Jessica
was there.
Do you have any pictures from that? Man, those would be valuable.
The only picture I got is the one with me, E, and Gail.
Yeah, I just got one picture I took with Delia. I just kind of went like this.
Oh yeah.
Delia and Gail's in the back, and man, dude, it was just like, since we're going there real quick, let me just tell you a quick story. So when I picked up Gail from the airport, LAX, and it was just like he was like on the fly. He's like, yeah, I'm headed out there. I'm gonna be on the YouTube show with Delia and this and that. And I'm like, well, hey man, I'm gonna go down there anyways. I'll go pick. He's like, yeah. So I ended up picking up Gail over there, and we went to CVS somewhere, got some Tic Tacs or something to get ready, and then we did the whole YouTube thing with Delia, which is cool. Shout out to Chris, everybody that was on that YouTube thing pre-Super Bowl, and it was a good time, man. It's just like seeing everybody come unite. Darius was acting the fool, and E-Rock and them doing like that wrestling thing. That's what's kind of fun. And then so I was being like Uber. I was being a Birdman Uber out there and rolling with E and Gail. We going to the hotel, back to the hotel. And so they went up to the room, and I was chilling at the bar. And I think that's when they had is it Bleeding Green or so it's that group. What's that, Bleeding Green Nation or something like that?
Yeah, that was the travel group.
Yeah, they were all there. So they were at the bar, and they was hitting me up. They're like, you live out here? I'm like, yeah, I live out here. They're like, they're Eagles fan. I was like, dude, look at this. And showing my bird on my. I said, dude, there's no way I can't change now. Can't take that off. And they were just like pumped up, man. They're like, why? How are you an Eagles fan? Like, why? And then I said, well, the guy who was transcending at the time was just Randall, man. When I seen Randall, I was just like, this dude is this is something different about this game that he was.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go back to what he was doing, and then, when you watch football back then, it seems like it was a little slower, but it was still pretty fast. I mean, look at Bo Jackson, look at Sanders, just go back to that film, man. They're funny, man. They're moving, and that was my era, and I used to collect football cards back in the day. So Junior Seau, Barry, man. I mean, how could you not love Barry Sanders? He was just that was
the guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like.
You think he ever would have got one though? I don't think with the Lions. I think he made the right move. That's where careers go to die. That's why I'm so happy for Matt Stafford. Like now he can really get a shot.
You think so?
Yeah.
Man, it's hard because I understand the fan base over there because we were on the same boat for forever, not getting that ring. So I'm like sympathetic to that. So because I understand the pain.
But they've never been there, like ever.
Right.
Never. We've been, at least we had 2 or 3 Super Bowl appearances. We just didn't win. We finally got one. But
and then
they've never even went there.
And to have Megatron on the team, I mean he's
I don't know, man.
Probably one of the best receivers that ever played.
He only played what, 9 years? 9 years, I think.
I do want to know about whatever happened to him. Like, I hope he's doing good, man. I hope he's really just, enjoying life and all that, because it kind of seemed like he just disappeared and we don't hear about him anymore,
Right.
Okay. So did you give all three? So it was the
I'm
whale.
sorry. So the whale in Venice Beach,
Venice Beach.
Philly's Best in Long Beach.
Okay, I didn't know they had one there.
Yeah, yeah. When you go there, the owner is from Philly. So as soon as you walk in, all you see is Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, and the Phillies, like all through the place. Very good. The bread it makes everything, because anybody can do a chop chop up the meat, throw some cheese, some American cheese on there, or provolone or whatever, however you see fit.
Right.
There's that. If I'm in Philadelphia, and this is a must, I do not go to Geno's. I do not go to Jim's, which is the popular ones. Well, Geno's is trash. I wouldn't encourage anyone to eat there. I always go to Ish Kabibbles.
That's what I've been hearing.
Ish Kabibbles off of South Street is amazing.
What's how do you say, what makes them different from what's transcending with them? Like what did when you taste it, like what is it?
Ish Kabibbles was very like savory. They had like a buttery texture on the bread itself.
Right.
One, it was like this big. It was fucking huge.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Hey,
but I was finished for the rest of the day. Like I didn't need to eat nothing else. But it's fast. It doesn't take long. You literally have to ask them what all do you want on it.
Right.
Because they throw the whole boatload. Peppers, cheese, ketchup, mayo. It just depends on how you want it. But it was very, very good.
Wife's telling you hi. She's waving hi to you.
Hey, Nessa. Haven't seen you in so long.
You still got that. I think we gave you that mug.
I still have that mug. It's somewhere around here. Yeah. That's sweet. I most definitely still have that mug.
We're gonna have to update that pretty soon.
Oh man.
All right, so there you go. I'm gonna have to. I haven't. So I am definitely next time I'm in Philly, I'm gonna go to that place because I've been hearing so much about it.
I also heard that Denix is good too. I haven't ate there yet, but they said that's more of a pork roast sandwich spot. So I got that on there. D-Nix. D''Nix. Yep.
All right, let's get into some fun ones. And it's kind of cool because you mentioned a name today, and I happen to have that name for you.
Uh-oh.
So
while we're here, I need to have another shout out to a very, very, very good food spot in Philadelphia. Kasha Hawkins Bakery.
Oh,
fire. Okay. Fire. Much love to Kasha Hawkins Bakery. If you've ever been to Philly and you was a part of the 4th of John tailgate, they made all the tomato pies.
Oh, that's right. And I didn't
all the rolls and stuff. Listen.
That's
the best I can say, man.
The cheese, just like melts right off, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now it was interesting because me and the girl I was dating at the time, she was like, all it is tomato, and a little bit of cheese. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You don't get it. That's why I got to break up with you, because you don't get it.
Yeah, because they don't play around when it comes to the sauce, man. They don't.
No, that sauce is amazing.
Yeah, they don't.
Kasha Hawkins.
Yeah, they're real serious out there.
Kasha Hawkins Bakery. Much
okay.
love. I can't wait to holler at y'all. Anyway.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. You're in a boat.
Uh-oh.
And you got to save one. You can throw a life jacket to one, but the other one's drowning. Okay. So one's coming in the boat with you. The other one you're tossing the life jacket.
I can only save one.
Well, you're sort of saving two, but he's kind of on his own.
Okay.
With this life jacket, but you got to go get some help. But the other one's gonna straight drown because the current's really bad. So, Randall Cunningham, Donovan McNabb.
Don't say
And Nick Foles.
Oh, look at the shirt I got on. First of all, like he would ask that question. Okay,
you're in the green room, man. You're in the green room.
Oh, this is tough.
I know. I can't believe I even wrote that question.
Fuck. Okay. So you say I could pull one on the boat, throw one in the life jacket, and the other one has to drown.
The other one's gonna be you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it.
Damn. Okay.
It's tough. This is tough.
Fuck. This is tough. Okay.
It is, man. I told you it is tough. It's tough.
Okay.
It's tough.
I have to pull Donovan into the boat.
Okay. McNabb's on the boat.
Yes, he's in the boat.
Oh man. Man.
He's the reason. He's the reason why I'm an Eagles fan. So I have to pull him in the boat.
Oh man. What's up, Pablo? Gary? Hey man, your YouTube shows are fire, man. Hey Gary, you gotta check out Pablo, man. He's got a nice little setup. He's he's taking down film and all that, man. He's much love, bro.
Is he in LA too?
Actually, no, I forgot where he's at because I just barely met him. Maybe he could post. Where you at, Pablo? Let's see. All right, so
he'll write it. Pablo, shoot me a follow, man. Picclo CMXV. I'll follow and I'll tap in. But back to your question.
Oh man, I can't wait.
I'm saving Donovan because that's my guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
As much as he's disrespected, he's okay. DMV, okay, much love. As much as he's disrespected, without him, I'm not an Eagles fan. So he has to get on the boat.
Oh, dude, the pressure. I'm glad I didn't get asked this question.
I am throwing the life jacket to Nick Foles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Without Nick Foles, we won't have a championship. Technically, however, I don't care. I don't give a damn how sorry he is. He's in Super Bowl history as not only the first Eagles quarterback ever, right?
Right.
However, he's the first Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl MVP ever.
Right.
Nah, he getting the life jacket. Cunningham, I love you. I have all the Eagle quarterbacks jerseys. So
okay.
Jaworski, Cunningham, Foles, Wentz, McNabb. They the five, right? They the five. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cunningham. Hey, he's a man of faith, so he'll be good. But
hey, shout out to Chris. Hey man, thank you for tuning in, brother.
Chris Aaron.
He said McNabb in the boat. Foles.
Yep. See, he agrees. He agrees. God bless you. Yeah, pretty much. Like I love Cunningham. And the funny thing is that like I was born in '88, so all the Cunningham that I saw was like the back end. Like I had to go back and watch. You know what I'm saying? But I got to see McNabb. I got to see Foles. So
that was good. That was awesome, man. So this question is from my son Nathaniel. Shout out to Nathaniel because I asked
Nate.
I said, give me if you're gonna be an interviewer, what questions would you ask? And I told him what you do. So his question is your all-time favorite athlete in the world.
I might get crucified for this.
Uh-oh.
But I don't care.
Let's hear it.
LeBron James.
LeBron.
Over
Kobe?
LeBron James. I'm gonna tell you why. There's no disrespect to Kobe. There's no disrespect to Kobe. Because I look at those three as my GOATs. So Kobe, Jordan, Bron, like those are my goats in NBA. The thing that sits well with me about Bron is, number one, he showed up straight out of high school ready to go, which is like very rare. You know, some people have like they struggle moments where they're trying to figure it out. But he came straight out of high school at 18. I know at 18, I didn't know, my left hand from my right hand, but he knew what was up. Not only that, he took that sorry ass Cavs team to the finals when he was 22. He had to figure it out. He lost. Realized he couldn't get it on his own, and he needed better teammates. Made the decision that everybody, went against. He still failed, right? But in the midst of him failing, you have to fail multiple times before you can succeed, right? And by this time, he already had MVPs, Rookie of the Year, all the single accolades. But to win in a team sport such as football, right? One player cannot win by himself, period. It takes the whole team. Once he understood that, as great as he was, he knew he had to make everyone else better.
Right.
Got the back-to-back in Miami. Went back home, which is it was a strategic publicity move going back home. Got them their only ring in Cleveland. Cleveland ain't won shit ever.
Yeah.
Goes to LA. It's not as easy. Loses the first year, comes back, wins the next year. And he goes to the finals 9 times out of 10 years. Might go back this year. Who knows? But that would be my pick. I would pick LeBron.
You are going to get a lot.
Yeah. Oh well. Sue me.
All right. All right. This one, top 5 rappers.
Ever? Or at the moment?
Your from right now, rewind.
All right.
The game.
In no particular order.
Number 1.
This is not in order. If you say okay.
Oh yeah. Right. You're right. My bad.
I don't have an order yet. But
okay, no order.
5.
Okay, just top 5. You're right.
Okay. Drake, Jadakiss, Biggie, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg.
That's a pretty good. That's an interesting list right there.
I'm gonna tell you why. Love Tupac. However, Snoop's the bigger star. He has the better songs. And Tupac died prematurely. God bless the dead. He died prematurely.
Right.
I've just seen this longevity of Snoop over the years.
Right.
And it's what I was born on. It's what I grew up on. So he's always going to be in my top 5. Drake, I mean, the record speaks for itself. He doesn't really have any losses. He can make hits. He can rap, like rap. It really doesn't matter. Jay-Z, he's Jay-Z. There's that. Who else did I say? Jadakiss. Okay, so Jadakiss at one point was like my favorite rapper.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah,
he didn't really have that long of a career, if you ask me.
I mean, he's still going, but he's not
mainstream.
He's not like super mainstream. However, if he's on a record, you better know that he's coming with probably the best verse on the whole song.
So Jadakiss, is it more his songs or is just how his lyrics?
We're just talking rapping.
Okay.
Yeah, just rapping in general. Okay, wait. Who did I have at 5? I said Snoop, Jay-Z. I said Biggie. Okay. Yeah. Biggie was prematurely as well. However, his storytelling and his impact it's
crazy though that you take Biggie over Tupac, because in my eyes, I feel that Tupac did a little bit more than what Biggie did. Like sample size, because I feel like his thing was cut even shorter than what
true
Tupac was. So that's where I am with that. They both were cut short.
Yeah.
But it feels like Biggie's was even shorter than Tupac's. I mean, it's
Tupac
just
got a lot done. I will tell you
right.
that. He got a lot done. So
All right.
honorable mention. Andre 3000. I know he has not put out an album.
Yeah,
That dude.
underrated, huh?
Oh God, yeah.
All right. So we're sticking on the rap title.
Okay.
What rapper had the most influence in your life?
I would say now the biggest influence would be DJ Quick.
DJ Quick. Wow,
Yes, sir.
that's a,
Mainly because he is a musician, as am I, producer, rapper, songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of does everything. He mixes his own records, all
yeah,
that. He's really a jack of all trades, and he stuck to his guns.
yeah,
And even though he came from a hood lifestyle, growing up in the hood like
yeah,
me, um, he's just always he'll show you different sides, from party records to serious records and things like that. And every time I go to any of his shows, it's always a party. Anytime DJ Quick has a show in Los Angeles, California, I'm there.
and
Because
what I noticed too that it kind of goes unnoticed though. The old some of the old school rappers that we're talking about, Quick, um, guys of that era. I keep forgetting about this one name, but what I want to say is that shout out to them for just not getting all caught up in the wrong side of the of being famous, a rapper, where you you're not alive, you getting caught up in the beef, you get caught up in the drugs and all that stuff,
yeah,
because it's very important to show people that you can be a rapper, you can have success, and you can still be around and not buying into like, oh, I actually got to go bang and do all this stuff. So shout out to them for just keeping, just like you said, like Snoop. You know, he could be going to the wrong place at the wrong time, but he's actually smarter than, you have to be very careful, because it's like with power, with comes with power is like great responsibility. So like even you, if you get, what does fame do to people?
yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't, it doesn't mix well. So those guys that rap back in the day, they're still here with us, and just supporting their family, being there, being the dad, all that stuff that matters.
yeah,
If you're not in the picture, you
then it
know,
doesn't matter.
yeah, because like if you think about Tupac and Biggie, that those were unnecessary deaths. It's just like you meant a lot to a lot of people, and I'm a big fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Mm,
I like they're like my number one group. Like being here on the West, like I in high school,
yeah.
everything was just Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. And they're from Cleveland, It's just
Yeah,
like
that's the crazy shit. They from
I just don't
Cleveland.
know how, it was just like, and believe me, they're rapping fast. And like, how do you even hear it? I mean, they're just, but it's like I could still hear it.
Yeah,
And shout out to them. They're like doing YouTube channels. It's like it's very important that our generation remembers these people, and what they're doing now. Because like a lot of the new generation that's rapping and stuff like that, they're starting to do all the drugs and while they're rapping, and then like I was like, wait, you're moving too fast. You're not.
yeah,
And then the beefs, like Tekashi 6ix9ine and not just him. There's a lot of kids that are rapping, and there's kind of doing that gang stuff. If you're not really about that life, you can't be doing that stuff, because a lot of people on the streets, they don't play that. They don't care who you are.
yeah, not at all.
That doesn't matter at the end of the day. Him running around LA and stuff like that. It's not very wise to be just not to get off track, but yeah. So let's see. But very good, man. I love the choices. Okay, this one's kind of, we're still kind of in the music thing.
Okay.
I guess I went music because you're an artist, so I like
I
sticking to it.
appreciate it.
So, uh, if you could bring back one of your favorite artists, who would it be and why? Because we've been losing a lot of talent lately.
Yeah, I think the only person that I honestly would bring back is Whitney Houston,
Oh wow.
and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel that Whitney gave us a great body of work, such as so did MJ, so did Prince, so did Bob Marley, all that, right?
Right.
However, when you look at the legacy of that person, right? There will never be another Mike, ever. No matter
Right.
how you slice it, there will never be another Michael Jackson. There will never be another Prince. You might find someone that is as musically inclined that can play multiple instruments and stuff like that, but you'll never find one. However, Whitney Houston, who is arguably one of the greatest singers ever, I feel like she would have been in position to pass on what she knows to someone that is younger than her. The Jasmine Sullivans, the Fantasias, there's so many other people I think that she could have touched. You know, it's just sad that it's gonna be 10 years next year. In February, she's gonna be going 10 years.
That's that. It's just like it just seems like talent just keeps disappearing. You don't know how fast it goes. Like what's
Yeah.
Tupac's? Tupac's what going on
Uh,
what?
has it been 25 years?
Yeah, you see.
Hold on. It'll be 25 years this year. Some people, it boggles my mind when I talk to like certain 21-year-olds,
Yeah,
right? They weren't even alive when Tupac was alive. Like all they know about Tupac is a memory.
that's
Where
good.
I literally remember watching Tupac on TV during interviews and his trial. Like I remember watching it with my two eyes in my grandmother's living room.
Yeah,
And these kids don't even know. These kids don't even know about 9/11.
right. That's that. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
And you know what I like that I noticed is like a lot of stars. Like shout out to Mike Tyson. Like I'm a big fan of Mike Tyson because I understand like the struggle and the situation that he was kind of going in, like no one really knows about. Like he was put in an odd situation growing up.
mhm.
And I think it's important that people listen to, don't be so judgmental on him, but he actually says a lot of factual stuff. Like he says a lot of real stuff. And him talking on a podcast show just kind of lets you know that. And then that goes for anybody. Like, we're learning about you. We're learning about your life story, and it's
Mhm.
important. So somebody that's listening to us can maybe relate to something me or you are going through, and it's an important way to connect like that because you might be going through a situation that someone else has gone through, and they hear your story about it. It just helps out. I think it's very important that people start speaking out, and yes, we're Eagle fans,
We're
sports
humans first though.
fans, right? At the end of the day, that's true. All right. I don't think I asked you this, but what Eagle player inspired you?
Now this is a different question.
Okay,
I told you that Donovan McNabb is the reason why I'm an Eagles fan.
exactly. Okay,
But I wouldn't say he inspired me.
right.
My answer is going to be the answer that everyone says. Brian Dawkins.
Yeah.
Okay? Brian Dawkins showed me that he can play with emotion and still understand where his talents come from. So, what I say in that, because like I'm a Christian, right? I
Mm-hmm.
believe Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior of this world. I believe he's God's son, and I was born and raised in that, and I always understand where my blessings come from,
Right.
and even though he wore his belief on his sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
he never cheated the game, and he never cheated who put him in that position. I noticed I've never heard Brian Dawkins curse. Ever. I've never heard him curse. You know what I'm saying? He's been married to the same woman all this time. You know,
Shout out to B-Doc's wife. She's a reason why he is who he is. I believe, because when you have your other half, like you have your other half, I have my other half, that's your backbone.
Yeah.
And she's part of how he worked.
Yeah. So that dude, hardest working in the gym, hard hitting, leader. Yeah, that's very inspirational, both on the field and off the field. And he loves Philly. Like, he doesn't even count those 2 years when he was in Denver. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Shout out to Jesse tuning in, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Hope you're blessed, brother.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, when we go, if you go back in some footage when Reggie White announced that Brown and that passed in the stadium.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how that doesn't. That's like hard to watch, man. Like, I feel Reggie White, like that gives me, that chills me up. Dawkins is that type too. Just like, I just want to listen to him. I want to, like, his voice, and like, man, I'm like, anybody who has met Brian Dawkins, man, that's such a privilege and an honor. Like,
I might cry if I meet him. Seriously,
dude,
I might. It'll be one tear. It might be one tear, but I might. And some of my friends were lucky enough to meet him, have him get stuff signed by him, and you know, I just think that's dope. And the crazy thing, I don't even own this man's jersey. This is how I know. Like, he's an inspiration, period. Like, I don't even have his jersey. I don't own his jersey yet. And that dude is just, man.
It's just amazing that this he's like, and this is how I feel, man. It's like, I feel that he is one of, like, I hate to say this term, but I feel like he's like God's soldier. Like, he's brought from him to, like, lead. Like, he's just like, how would you not lead? How would you not be behind Brian Dawkins' back? It's like that deep. Like, brother, I'm following you, man. What we doing? What we gonna do, man?
What we doing? And I'm with you. Yep.
So it's just like, so if I'm saying that, can you imagine being on the field playing with B-Doc? How I believe he made people's careers even better. His presence, man.
Listen. Think about that secondary. Think about that secondary. Him, Mikael, I think it's Mikael Brown, Lito Shepherd, and Sheldon Brown. Like, what?
Right.
I'm talking about that 04 secondary. Right. I think Troy Vincent was gone by then, but dude, that I honestly believe the reason they were playing how they were playing was because of Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, it's just like, if me and you feel that energy, imagine just being there with him. Like, I bet if Brian Dawkins was in your studio, I could just imagine.
I will put out the greatest album ever. I will put out the greatest album of all time, bro. I will put out Thriller.
I mean, you would just, like, you would be so inspired. You would be so like, the energy would be through the roof, man. If he was just like, hey, what's up, dog? He's just right there with, man. Oh man, you would just be like, I mean, it's that crazy, man. And like, you know what's crazy about Brian Dawkins? He does kind of understand that, and he's appreciative, because when he was saying that people they be using his jersey, putting it in their casket, getting buried. Like, dude, that's hardcore, and he knows it. Like the love is real for him. But man, that's great stuff, man. That's why you're in the green room, man. Stuff like this is why you're here.
Now, I know you have some more questions for me, but I have one question for you.
Oh shoot! Oh, damn.
Is
Whew.
there, because personally, I think Brian Dawkins is the GOAT of the Eagles. Like, he's the
Okay.
greatest player ever to play for the Eagles.
All right.
Do you think there could possibly be a player that's currently on the roster that can supersede that?
Superseded. Now, as far as like what we're talking about, it's going to be kind of hard to meet that because NFL is kind of being like a little bit, when it comes to beliefs and stuff, they're kind of
Yeah.
question marking that. So, what I would say is that the closest does it have to be a new guy or is one currently on the
No,
team?
it,
Okay.
I mean, we don't know what the future holds. So, there could be a player that's never been
Well,
drafted.
I'm just gonna. I'm the guy I'm going to mention is just he's inching right up there like B
I think I
Dot,
know who you're gonna say.
and that's my boy BG.
Mm.
Brandon Graham, man. It's just like
That's the person I had in mind, man.
he his energy, like when I watch, I don't know if you saw the Amazon when they had the Eagles and they were doing Brandon Graham was mic'd up. His man, I love his family. I love his daughter. Like she's smiling in the stand. It's just like, dude, how I mean, how do you not like Brandon Graham, dude? Like he's just I mean, and I God blessed him with that ring. God told him to do that
He's
to
gonna
Tom.
get another one.
I hope so, brother.
He's gonna get another one.
He'll be there. Yeah, he definitely deserves it. But like he did, like he put Eagles fans on his back, and we were with him right there when he tipped that ball out of Brady, man. And we
man.
He knew.
That's when I knew it was over. That's when I knew it was over. I didn't know. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what else happened. It didn't matter.
He knew how much it meant, man. I mean, he's not the only one, but like he just brought it, and he just continues still to bring it, and he's going to be a vital piece to pump up the new cats that are on this team. And if anybody, any new Eagle players, any rooks that are on defense, you pay attention to BG.
Mm-hmm.
He can tell you how to bring it and when to bring it, and he's listen to that man because he knows what he's talking about. He's very, very underrated in my book, but shout out to BG.
I still have faith in Derek Barnett, but go ahead. I still have faith. I just wanted to say that.
He's it's his time this year, man. Like so since you just dipped into that, how much time we got? About you want to go like another 10?
Yeah, I can go another 10.
Okay, so we're gonna just talk about the state of the birds and everything that has kind of transpired. And how do you feel about the birds' current situation, coaching, the new pieces to the puzzle? How are you feeling on a scale 1 through 10? 10 being awesome and 1 being bad.
I don't want to use 7 because 7 is always like a neutral like number.
Right.
I'm at an 8.
Yeah, that's I could give it. I mean, the potential is there to get to a 9. It's right there. It's just putting everything correctly, coaches saying the correct things.
Yeah.
You put these players in the right spot to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
The catastrophe that happened last year, that's old news.
It's over.
It's you get your notebook, you're in your book. It's time to turn the page, man. We can't. This is the future is now. Jalen Hurts is the engine behind this car, and he's gonna get us there. I believe he has it, man. I mean, a lot of people don't think. They still think it was just a flash in the pan. Those 2 games, got lucky. It was a trap game for the Saints. And he don't know how to throw. He's gonna be running for his life and this, that, and the third. But let me tell you.
Go ahead, and then I'll get my point across.
Let me tell you. if Devontae and Jalen Rager are formidable and they bring out the best in each other,
It's gonna be a long season for everybody.
just watch out. Just watch out.
I'm gonna tell you this. Number one, Jalen Hurts. And y'all make sure y'all keep this video. And if it don't happen, y'all control me. But I think I'm absolutely right with this.
All right.
Jalen Hurts, for us, is going to be what Russell Wilson is to the Seahawks. That's number one.
Man.
Number two,
I could dig that.
I believe that Miles Sanders is going to establish himself as a top 5 back this season.
Yeah.
Somewhere around like 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, something like that. Okay. At the wide receiver position, Rager, Smith, Fulgham, and Ward is the best wide receiver core in the NFC East. Seems kind of young, but hey, I think the Giants are close. Especially after some of their pickups.
Right.
But I'm rolling with the Eagles. Now, last thing I'm going to say, defensively, the fact that I still have Fletcher Cox, I still have BG, I still got Derek Barnett, I still got who do they just sign? I'm sorry.
Corner? Are you talking about corner?
Slay. They have Slay. Yeah. I know Mills left. Rodney McLeod is coming back, I believe. He was a part of that championship roster.
Right.
So for them to rub off on all the young guys that we have, knowing that our cornerbacks coach is a former cornerback, knowing that we got a quarterbacks coach that is very familiar with Jalen Hurts,
right?
To know that we have Flacco as a Super Bowl winning backup that can show Jalen some spots that he may not see, it's going to be a good season. I'm predicting 11-6, somewhere around there. I think we're going to win the division.
Yeah, I just did my schedule prediction yesterday, and I have them at 10-7.
Mm-hmm.
That's if it's
one game less.
What if the only thing that'll hinder that is if like we do more splitting in the division. Yeah. But if we can get some games in the regular season, which is not like we can win Atlanta, that's not a hard test. And not the key is just not to get swept by the division rivals.
Right. If you split everything, you're good.
Yeah, 4-2. If we can get a 4-2, that's a wrap. We got it.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I think it's going to be interesting though. This is one of those interesting seasons for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, each W that we get, man, it's just going to be exciting because we're like the potential is there, and there's gonna. I mean, 7 to 8 losses, that's to be expected because a lot of teams we're playing. We're playing the Super Bowl champs.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing
the Chiefs, playing the runners up.
We're playing both teams that were in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Go figure in our easy schedule, right?
Yeah.
So.
Also, did you think about this though? Brandon Brooks is coming back.
Yeah.
Andre Dillard is coming back.
Yep.
What's the
well, we have Mulata. I like Mulata though. I don't want
Mulata this is his 3rd year in the system. He's probably going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So Dickerson, the center they just took, gets to learn from Kelsey.
Right.
He plays center and tackle. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be a good one. It's coming, Jesse. I've already talked to Gail. Don't even trip. It's coming.
The what's it called? The running back they signed. I don't know if it's because I'm like held back from you know how our running game was just not there for whatever reason. I don't want to blame Deuce for it. But I don't know. I think they just kind of shut down. Why do they do us like that with the running game? Like, that made no sense to me.
This is what I'm saying though. Now with this coaching staff, they're going to really establish the run. They have to. They have to establish the run because that's the only way teams can play honest when it comes to guarding the receivers. If you're going to stack your receivers at the line and just play, cover 2, cover 1, and stack the box, you got to keep teams honest. Especially if Sanders is going for $150 a game, $110,
right?
It forces them to play honest, and then that opens up the cannon for Smith and for Rager to do their thing. And
right,
it's gonna be a fun season, dude.
I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm working on the Vegas trip because I know the tickets are about $6 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to this one Raider fan. He's a TikToker, and he's like, "Come on, man! He wants me to be there with him. He actually wants to be on they have a DJ area."
I saw that.
I'm like, bro, you think I'm gonna pay $5G? I mean, as much as I would love to, I'm like, I'm just trying to get my.
I'm gonna put it like this, Birdman. That Vegas game, regardless of win or lose, is going to be the game of the year because
you're going to be there, right?
Absolutely. There's no way I'm missing out on this. Number one, I don't have to be in the building.
Right.
I can say that right now. I don't have to be in the building. I have to be in the city. Can you imagine? Vegas is Vegas, period.
Right.
But imagine it with a sea of green. And you're just walking it down, you just hear, hey, like, oh God.
And right now I'm working. I don't know if you saw my latest logo. Shout out to my wife. She made that West Coast Birds. Did you see that logo with the lowrider?
I believe I did, yeah.
Yeah, so
fire.
Thank you. That's gonna be in my truck. So I'm actually gonna hook up my truck. I'm gonna get it like decked out, and the whole side of the truck, it's gonna be eagle eye. You're gonna know the Birdman's in the building.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Indiglo lights, the green, so at night cruising the street, and you know what song I'm gonna be playing?
Foes.
MVP.
Hey, with it. Hey.
41.
I'm the script, man. I'm an A grader. What's up, Raiders?
Right. The Raider fans gonna be upset.
Oh man, I'm gonna have this flag. This flag is gonna be flying in the truck. The Super Bowl. I'm gonna have the West Coast Birds, and probably like the American flag, but it's got the eagle on it. The eagle American flag.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna know a Birdman's in the building, man.
I heard that.
You're gonna know the West Coast Birds are in the building, man.
It's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be so many Eagles fans. It's gonna be so many Birds fans. I can't wait.
It's gonna be amazing, man. Oh, hey, man, we're gonna do this again, man.
Absolutely.
This is so much fun, and I'm gonna continue. Please like, share, subscribe,
all that good stuff.
Check out Picclo stuff, and
if you don't mind, let me just plug it one more time. You can find all my music
all day.
All my music is on Apple Music, Spotify. Just search Picclo, PICC. Don't forget the LO. Hello. New music is coming soon. Reservations is on the way. My last song I dropped was A La Carte, which came out back in March.
Right.
We revving up. It's almost time. I promise you, it will not be long. Go Birds.
All right, brother. We're gonna end this fly Eagles fly, and peace.
25 completions in a row.